Good evening, Prerna. Confirm if I'm audible to you.
Good evening, sir.
All right, good evening. So, Prerna, uh, as I told you, we just completed our syllabus in the previous session and we were supposed to start with the revision in today's class. And just a second, give me a moment. All right, Prerna. Yeah, so I was telling you that we will start our revision with the first chapter only. The chapter that we'll be starting is the accounting for the partnership. And we will be discussing the very fundamental part of the topic. And in today's session, we will start our discussion with the P&L appropriation account. All right. So just to give you a quick recap, we'll first of all try to learn some theoretical aspect of the P&L appropriation. Then I'll discuss the format of the P&L appropriation. Then we'll discuss few questions. I'll also give you a few questions to try on your own so that you can also get comfortable with the topic. And if regarding the P&L appropriation, you have some doubt, you can ask me those out. So let's just first of all start with the topic. Just a moment, give me a second. So see, this chapter starts with the meaning of the partnership, which I'm sure that this is already clear to you. And we have few features of the partnership. So you can just read the theoretical part. I'll be sharing the PDF of the chapter with you. So you can cover these things on your own. But if at the time of covering this thing on your own, if you feel any problem understanding anything, you can obviously ask me in the next session. All right. Now, we also discuss the partnership deal. All these things are there in the PDF. You can cover these things on your own. I'm just quickly moving to the P&L appropriation part of this chapter. Just a minute. Okay, so this is P&L appropriation. Now, we'll first of all try to understand what is P&L appropriation account. So, just like the profit and loss account, if you are able to recall, we must have covered that topic in the class 11th as well. P&L appropriation is what? P&L appropriation is a nominal account, right? And it used to record all indirect expenses of an enterprise in that particular account. Indirect incomes and indirect expenses all are recorded at one place. Okay. Similarly, P&L appropriation is also a nominal account. All right. It is a nominal account and it is prepared for distributing the profit and loss that a partnership firm has generated or incurred during the period of 1 year. Distribution of profit among the partners. Okay, and the profit and losses that is to be distributed among the partners is to be distributed only after making the adjustment regarding the interest on capital, interest on drawing, salary, commission. All these things are first of all adjusted. That means all these things are subtracted out of profit, and the remaining profit will be considered as the divisible profit or distributable profit that will be distributed among the partners in the profit sharing ratio. So let me explain that again. P&L appropriation is what? P&L appropriation account is a nominal account prepared for the purpose of distributing the profit and losses among the partners. After deducting or making all adjustment in relation to the interest on capital, interest on drawing, salary, commission to partners, and the amount that we have decided to transfer to the reserve, everything is first of all adjusted, and then the remaining profit which is left after doing all such adjustment will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Okay, and one more thing, see, it is an extension of the profit and loss account, but what is an important thing regarding the P&L appropriation is that it contains those items only which are related to partner's claim. Okay, so all partners related income and expenses are recorded here in the P&L appropriation, unlike profit and loss account, which used to record all kind of indirect income and expenses regarding an enterprise. Okay, so I hope that this point is clear to you, Prerna.
Yes, sir.
Okay, after that, see, this is the format of the P&L appropriation. As you know, just like any other account, P&L appropriation account has also two sides, debit and the credit side. On the credit side, on the top right side, the first thing that we write down in the P&L appropriation account is the amount of net profit. Okay, and keep that in mind. The profit that is to be recorded in the P&L appropriation account is recorded after adjusting all indirect expenses of an enterprise. Okay, after deducting all the indirect expense or adding the indirect incomes, the profit that we have generated, which is also called the net profit, will be recorded on the credit side of the P&L appropriation account. Okay, then out of that profit, we subtract the amount of interest on capital that a firm is supposed to pay to the partner on their capital contribution. And sometimes partners are also entitled for the salary or commission. So such salary and commission need to be subtracted as well. And when any partner have made drawings out of the business, out of the firm, such drawing, partners are basically obligated to pay the interest on drawings as well. So interest payable on such drawing need to be shown on the credit side of the P&L appropriation account. Okay, and apart from this, if partnership firm have decided to transfer certain amount to the reserve, then such reserve also be subtracted out of the net profit. And then after doing all these adjustment regarding interest on capital, salary, commission, reserve, interest on drawing, whatever the remaining profit that is left will be distributed among the partners in the profit sharing ratio. All right. So I'm sure that you are able to recall everything. Just tell me if you have any problem understanding the format.
No, sir.
No problem. Okay, that is nice. Now let me discuss few more things about the P&L, and then we'll start with the question. So just 1 minute. Yeah. So there are certain expenses that we need to discuss with regard to the partner. So in a partnership firm, there are basically 5 types of expenses in relation to the partner. Firstly, it could be interest on capital that is payable to the partner. Sometimes salary for the active participation of the partner is also allowed. Commission is also paid to the partner, and sometimes partners provide the basically allow firm to use the building, furniture, rent, or any other fixed asset. And on account of such fixed asset, partners are entitled to pay the rent as well. And sometimes partners also provide loan to the firm, and in respect of which partners are entitled to claim interest on loan. So these are the various payment that a firm has to pay to the partner. Okay, so these are considered as the partner related expenses. Firm will be required to pay these amount to the partner as an expense of the partnership firm. So out of the 5 expenses that a firm is required to pay to the partner, these three expenses, interest on capital, salary, and commission, are considered as the charges. Sorry, it is considered as the appropriation of profit. What do we call it? We call it appropriation of profit. Okay, and this is to be shown on the debit side of the P&L appropriation account. Like you just noticed, I just showed you the format of the P&L appropriation account as well, and you must have noticed that these 3 items, interest on capital, salary, and commission, was there on the debit side, right? So any item that is recorded on the debit side of the P&L appropriation account is generally considered as the appropriation of profit. So these are considered as the appropriation of profit: interest on capital, salary, and commission are considered as the appropriation of profit and therefore shown on the debit side of the P&L appropriation account. While talking about the rent and interest on loan, these two expenses are not considered as the appropriation of profit. Rather, these are considered as the charges against profit. And because these are considered as the charge against profit, so instead of showing these expenses in the P&L appropriation account, these are shown under the profit and loss account. And I'm sure that you understand the basic difference between the P&L account and the P&L appropriation account, right? P&L appropriation account is prepared in relation to the partnership firm only, which record the income and expenses relating to partnership. Whereas P&L account is a general account and it records all kind of indirect income and expenses with regard to the business. Okay, I hope this point is clear. Now, one more thing. See, what is important here, why we are considering the interest on capital, salary, and commission as the appropriation of profit and how it is going to impact. See, firstly, because interest on capital, salary, and commission are considered as the appropriation of profit. So, these expenses are required to be paid by the firm only if firm has generated sufficient amount of profit. So payment of interest on capital, salary and commission is subject to profit. Listen to me very carefully and remember this. If firm do not have profit, if let's suppose in some particular year firm have did not manage to earn the profit or have generated loss, in such a situation firm won't be required to pay the interest on capital. Neither firm will be required to pay the salary or commission. Got it? But talking about the rent and interest, because we have considered those expenses as the charges against profit, so these are paid irrespective of the profitability. Whether firm have generated profit or loss, it does not matter at all. We have to basically pay the rent and interest on loan irrespective of the situation. So these are to be debited to the profit and loss account, whatever the situation be. Okay, but on the other hand, interest on capital, salary, and commission will only be paid if we have sufficient amount of profit during the year. I hope this point is clear, Prerna.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so with that, I think this was all about the theoretical aspect of the P&L appropriation account. We can start with the question now. Question number 19. Now, see, this question is easy. I think we can discuss this question just orally. We don't have to actually solve this question. I think you will be able to understand it if I explain it orally to you. Like it says in question number 19, it says C and D are partners in a firm. C has contributed 10,000 as a capital, right? And D has 6,000. So their capital contribution is 10,000 and 6,000. Interest is payable to both the partners at the rate of 6% per annum. And D is also entitled to salary of 300 per month. So apart from interest on capital contribution, D will be entitled for the salary as well. And in the year 2015-16, firm have managed to earn the profit before interest and salary 8,000. Now this is important. You in order to write down the profit in the P&L appropriation account, remember and listen to me very carefully that you always need profit before interest and salary. All the expenses which are considered as the charges against which are considered as the appropriation of profit. So we want such profit which is before deducting all expenses which are considered as appropriation of profit, but after deducting charges against profit. Okay, like the rent must have been deducted, interest on loan must have been deducted. So all expenses which are considered as the charge against profit that should be deducted on, and all expenses which are considered as appropriation of profit that should not be deducted at the time of writing that in the P&L appropriation. Okay, so considering the information, if we need to prepare the P&L appropriation in this question, what we'll do, we'll simply write down the value of profit on the credit side of the P&L appropriation account, right? As you can see, just a minute, let me point. As you can see on the right hand side, on the top right side, we will be writing the net profit which is given in the question, 8,000. Then apart from this, question also says that we need to pay the interest on capital as well. So we'll pay interest on capital for the entire year on the 10,000 and 6,000. So interest on capital for C's capital will be on 60,000. Sorry, on 10,000 we'll pay 6% per annum, so that will be 600 and 360 to D, and totaling this we'll get 960. Apart from the interest on capital, D will be getting salary as well at the rate of 300 per month. So total for the entire year will be 3,600. Okay, and yeah, this is it. So these two information are there only. So what we'll do, we'll now subtract 3,600 out of 8,000, and we'll also subtract 960 out of 8,000. So after deducting these two amounts, the divisible profit that we'll be getting is 3,440. Okay, and since the profit sharing ratio for X and Y is not given in the question, so we will simply distribute this divisible profit among both the partners in the equal proportion, equal ratio. I hope this is clear, Prerna.
Yes.
Okay. So this is it. This is all we need to do in this question. Done. P&L appropriation is prepared. Okay. So this was question number 9B. So I'm sure that you are able to recall the basically how the P&L appropriation works. So I'm giving you one question to try on your own. Question number 20. This seems a little lengthy, but yeah, but this is an easy question. This is an easy question. I'm sure you'll be able to do it on your own. I'm giving you 6-7 minutes. I think that much will be enough for you to solve this question. Please try attempting this. Please let me know the divisible profit that you'll get in this question. All right, Prerna, is that clear to you? Okay, Prerna, are you there? Prerna, are you there? Am I audible to you? Prerna, kindly confirm if I'm audible to you or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think your there seems to have some problem with your internet connection, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I was saying is that since you understood the P&L appropriation, how it is prepared and the format, everything, so I think you can try this question on your own. Question number 20. Will that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Please try solving it
Yeah.
in 5-7 minutes. I'm waiting for you to finish and tell me the answer. One more thing, Prerna, I just need to inform you about one thing. See, since we are revising, so we have decided, in fact, Learnivio have decided to merge your classes with our one more ongoing batch for class 12, and your class will now be conducted on ETS Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, MWS. Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, and the timing for that will be 8:30 IST, 8:30 as per the Indian timing. All right, is that clear to you? So from today onwards, we won't be conducting any classes on PTS basis for the class for you. In fact, your classes will be merged with our one more ongoing batch. So Zainab and Prerna, both of you will be attending the class on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday at 8:30. Okay, and this class that we are uh, doing will be discontinued from today onwards. Okay.
Yes, sir. So, but
Yeah, please tell me. Sorry,
sir,
Prerna,
on this Monday,
I'm not able to get. Sorry, I'm not able to understand your question. There seems to have some problem with your mic or internet. You can let me know in the chat section, please. Zanab, since you're joining late, let me tell you, we are discussing the PNL appropriation, and I gave question number 20 for you to try. You need to prepare the PNL appropriation in this question. All right, Prerna, you have written this on this one day. You won't be able to attend the session because of your brother's marriage. That's perfectly fine, no issues. Since we are not going to cover anything new, we are just revising. Make sure even if you miss the session, try to revise the topic on you. That is it. Okay, that's perfectly fine if you are attending your brother's marriage.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
All right, done. And could you please tell me the answer you have got?
A's capital account 7716. B's capital account 4144.
Very good. Good job. Yeah, that is the right answer. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Question number 21. Please try this one as well. Sajal and Kajal are partners who are sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 2:1 on 1st of April 2015. The capital contribution is given 50-40, and we need to prepare the profit and loss appropriation account for this question and the partner's capital account as well. But for now, just ignore the formation of the capital account. We'll talk about this later. Okay, and we need to prepare the P&L appropriation account in this question only, considering the following information which is given in the question. These four adjustments are given in the question. First is interest on capital is to be allowed at 5% per annum. Interest on loan advanced by Kajal for the whole year, the amount of loan is 30,000. Now, see, there is an important point in this question. Loan has been advanced by Kajal, so the interest will be payable to Kajal. Okay, interest on loan advanced by Kajal will be subject to interest as well. Okay, but the thing is that the low amount of loan is given, but the date of loan is not given. So if the date of loan is not there in the question, what we'll do? If the date of loan is not there, we'll presume that the loan, if the rate of loan is, interest of loan is not given, sorry. If the interest of loan is not given in the question, we'll presume that the rate of interest payable on the amount of loan is 6% per annum. Okay. Then
Yes,
interest
sir.
on partners drawing is 6% per annum. Sajal has given the Sajal have withdrawn 10,000, Kajal has withdrawn 8,000. So these are the amount of drawings. Now in the point C as well, in the adjustment C as well, date of drawing is also not given in the question. And see, always remember that if the date of drawing is not given, if the question is not telling you that whether the amount has been withdrawn at the beginning of the year, at the middle of the year, or the drawing were made at the end of the year, so what we'll do, we'll simply presume that this must have been withdrawn at the middle of the year, and the interest will be charged on half yearly basis. We won't be charging the interest on drawing for the entire year. We just calculate the interest on average basis, that is 6% per annum interest will be charged only for the half year. So the calculation of interest will be 10,000 into 6% into 6 by 12. I hope this is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and in point C, in adjustment D, sorry, in adjustment D, it says 10% of the divisible profit is to be transferred to reserve. So whatever the divisible profit you will get after deducting all the expenses and adding all incomes, the divisible profit that you will get, you have to transfer 10% of that to the reserve as well. And after transferring it to the reserve, the remaining profit will be distributed only among the partners. Okay, so I hope the question is clear to you. I want you to try this question. Let me know the
Yes,
answer.
sir.
Okay, I'm waiting for you to finish. See, both of you, see, we are doing the revision, right? And since we are just revising, so I won't be solving any question for you. I'll just try to cover the entire thing. In some question, if you require me to solve the question, I'll do that for you. But since we are revising, you have to practice the question and you have to try solving the question on your own. If while trying it, while solving it, if you face any difficulty, let me know. I'll do that for you. But more number of questions you will do on your own, that will be better for you. Okay. You're done, Prerna?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me the answer.
Sajal's capital account 39,780. Kajal's capital account 19,000.
Could you please repeat? Sajal's capital account will be credited by what amount? Could you please repeat
Yes,
it?
sir.
Yeah.
30,180.
I don't know why there is some disturbance with the audio. Could you please write me your answer in the chat section, please? Then what about you? You are trying. You are trying or not? Please tell me the answer if you have got. Brenda, I want you to write the answer in the chat section, please. Do it quickly. Zainab, you're writing. Zainab, please let me know the answer in the chat section. Okay. Sajal have got 39,780, 19,890. Okay. I think there is some mistake. There's some problem with the answer. See, this is the right answer. First of all, if we have to write down
Sir,
the profit.
net profit that is given is 70,260.
Net profit is given at 70,260, right? But see, I have told you that
Yes, sir.
we will be writing the amount of net profit after deducting all such expenses which are considered as the charge against profit. So you have to write down the profit here after deducting the interest on loan. Why? Because interest on loan is not appropriation of profit, that is charge against profit. So what we'll do will, in order to determine the net profit that we need to write down in the P&L appropriation, we'll make an extra working note. There is net profit which is given in the question. We'll write that 70,260, out of which the interest that we need to pay on the loan, we'll subtract that interest 1,800 on 30,000 at the rate of 6%, and the remaining profit which is given in the question, and the remaining profit that we'll get after deducting the interest will only be written in the P&L appropriation account on the credit side. Kindly confirm if you are able to understand this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you understood the calculation, right? And yeah, after that, I think you must have done or must have attempted the question correctly. You must have written the interest on
Yes,
capital, interest on drawing, everything. And since you made the mistake here, you have made the mistake while calculating the net profit. So you must have calculated the reserve amount of reserve wrong. That there must have been mistake here, and therefore
yes,
you have committed mistake here as well. And because of which Sajal's capital account and Kajal's capital account is not, you are not getting the right value for it. Okay. But anyways, I think you understood the question, or now you understand the solution as well, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we have some time left in the session. So I just want you to I just want you to attempt one more question, one last question for the today's session. Then we'll end our discussion regarding the P&L appropriation. So please try. No, don't try question number 22 because this one is easy. I think you'll be able to do it anyways. I want you to try this question number 23. This is a good question, and we have did it while doing this chapter when we first did this. So we and discussed this question with you at that time as well. But since we had discussed this question long ago, I'm not sure whether you are able to remember or recall the way that we used to solve it. So therefore, I want you to try this now. Okay, will that be okay, Prerna? We have 7-8 minutes in today's session. I'm expecting that you will be able to do this question within 10 minutes. Will that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then you are saying something?
Done, sir.
Prerna, you got the answer. I think you got 7,000, 5,000, and 4,000 for PQ and R. Yeah, and that is the
Yes,
right.
sir.
Good job, well done. That is the right answer. And yeah, so I think you are able to recall everything. So with that, we come to the end of this discussion. I'll share the PDF of this topic, and I want you to go through that PDF. Try solving the rest of the question on your own. In that PDF, you'll find the other topics other topics as well, like the calculation of interest on drawing, interest on loan, every other thing. So yeah, so this is it for today's class. I'll just share the PDF with you just soon after ending this session. Okay, we'll discuss few more things about the fundamental of the partnership in the next class. Probably we'll be talking about the partner's capital account.